self-structured settlement. Sometimes if a claimant is a case for a large sum of money, the defendant, the lawyer for the plaintiff, or consult a financial planner in cooperation with the settlement, the payment of the settlement in installments over time rather than an amount, where arrangements are paid in this way as a structured settlement. Often purchasing one or more annuities will create a structured settlement, which is to guarantee the future payments. The structured solution may provide for the payment in almost all the plans of the parties to choose, so the system can be paid in annual installments for several years, or it can be paid in periodic lump sums every few years. Benefits of a structured settlement. An important advantage of a structured settlement is tax evasion. With the right setup, the structured settlement can significantly reduce the fiscal obligations of the plaintiff as a result of the settlement and, in some cases, is exempt from tax. The structured settlement can protect a plaintiff who disappeared settlement funds when they are needed to pay for the future care or needs. Sometimes it can help protect a plaintiff from one's. Some people are just not good with money, or can't say no to family members who want to share the wealth, and even a large settlement can be quickly exhausted. Minors can benefit from a structured settlement also, as a rule for certain expenditure during their youth, an additional fee to pay for college or other educational expenses, and then one or more payments at adult age. A wounded person on the term special needs may benefit from regular flat-rate amounts net medical equipment or modified vehicles to buy. In some situations, the better for a severely disabled claimant to a special needs trust, instead of entering into a lump sum or structured settlement. Any plaintiff who has received or expected Medicaid or other public assistance, or the guardian or curator received in entering a settlement on behalf of a department with a disability, should consult with a financial planner about their situation or disability to choose a particular option or system structure. Possible disadvantages of structured settlements. Some people who enter into structured settlements feel trapped by the periodic payments. Maybe they want a new house or other expensive post, but do not have the means, because they can't borrow against future payments under their settlement. Some people will do better by acceptance of a standard system, and invest it. Many standard investments are of greater efficiency in the term than the annuity and structured settlements. How to sell structured settlement online. A structured settlement can a person for compensation for the loss of the monthly or annual wait deadline. This period shall be decided on the judgment and cannot be changed without the prior consent of the judge. The alternative to periodic premium is a lump sum at a time, and in such circumstances, the third party who arranged the purchase of the plan and pays a lot of money to the beneficiary of the policy. The sale deal can be done by means of online transactions, but it's better to have some of the formalities of the deal say that it can be sold through online transaction. It's easy to find the structured solution by simple online calculator to find the specific keywords. This calculator helps you to specifically define the exact value of the annuity value of a structured settlement plan. But one must remember when the annuity value is calculated as a preterm price would be 50 to 65% less. Depending on the average price, it is better to decide on the sale of a part or the entire sales of structured settlement annuity amount. Finding a reliable company that can purchase the structured settlement plan is again easily by simple search. The websites of the companies are available online, and the websites of the negotiations can be done, and as an experienced real estate agent is involved in this transaction can also coordinate the whole thing more quickly and professionally. Meticulous search online will help you to different companies assessed by a comparison and choose the best offer with a reputation for caring. It takes time to get money in the hand when the structured settlement plan will be amended with the approval of the judiciary. between the companies that the contract will cover all of the formalities and the recipient can expect the money in hand to get through the next 60 to 90 days. Sale of a structured settlement. If you have a structured solution, you will be contacted by a company interested in purchasing your system, or are curious about the sale of your company in exchange for a fixed amount buyout. About 2/3 of the states have laws governing the sale of structured settlements adapted to limit, and the tax-free structured settlements also are subject to the federal restrictions on sales to third parties. Also, some insurance companies will not assign or transfer to third parties, in respect to discourage the sale of structured settlements. As a result, depending on where you live and the terms of your annuity, it is not possible to sell your solution. Note that companies that purchase structured settlements plan to take advantage of their purchase, and sometimes their offerings may seem rather low. You can't take advantage of the approaching more than an undertaking in relation to the sale of your solution, in order to ensure that the highest payoff. You also want to make sure that the company will buy your settlement is established. You don't want a fly-by-night outfit to the rights to your annuity to obtain, but to disappear or go bankrupt before you pay the buyout money. You may have to go to court before a judge to approve buyout. It is usually a good idea to consult with a lawyer before entering into an agreement to sell your solution. Special considerations for the sale of a structured settlement. Any person entering into a structured system must be wary of the potential exploitation in connection with the settlement. Excessive commissions. Annuity can be very profitable for insurance companies, and they often have very large orders. It is important to ensure that the committees responsible for the creation of a structured settlement not too much of its main consuming exaggerated value. Sometimes, after negotiating a settlement figure, will defend the overvaluation of the value of a structured settlement. As a result of the plaintiff in the acceptance of the settlement, actually obtains a substantially lower dollar value than was agreed. Some suspects have paid the full nominal amount of the settlement, knowing that later would get significant discounts from the annuity companies that use them. Prosecutors consider comparing fees and commissions for similar arrangements through a variety of insurance packages, to ensure that they actually get full value. The plaintiff wishes to make it a condition of the scheme that the accused actually the full value of the settlement to be paid on the designing of the structured settlement, and that any discounts received by the defendant in the scheme for annuities paid to the plaintiff. Create yourself. There are cases where the plaintiff's attorney in the insurance and suggests a structured settlement on behalf of a client that does not disclose that the lawyer is to the annuity to buy the farm, or a large pocket commission on annuity. There are also situations where the lawyer of the plaintiff refers the client as given the financial planner to set up a structured solution. Without the financial planner, notary referral fee in connection with the account of the paying customer. Make sure you know what financial interest, if applicable, your solicitor has compared each financial services sold or recommended by the lawyer. Life. It is a pity, but many people get great personal damage or compensation of workers' settlements has a shortened life expectancy as a result of their injuries. It is important to the life expectancy in combination with a structured settlement, to study and consider the desirability of an annuity in which payments will stop after death. Sometimes it is useful to insist on an annuity that a minimum number of payments or who pays the balance in the legacy of the plaintiff, so that the value of the settlement is not lost from an insurance company in the early death of the claimant pays. Multiple insurance companies. For larger settlements, it often makes sense to buy an annuity structured settlement from different companies, the share of the arrangement between these companies. This can provide protection in the event that a company that has issued your annuity settlement package goes bankrupt, even in the event that one of the companies in arrears, in whole or in part, On your settlement payments, you still have a full payment of the other companies